Okay, so the new Halloween movie comes out later on this week, and it's one of my highly anticipated films of the year. But I figured, why not go back and take a look at some of the older trailers for the older movies and see how they've fared over time? Come on, let's take a look. So every day this week, I'm going to take a look at some of the trailers for older Halloween movies in build up to the release of the new movie. And I figured I would start with a rather controversial one, and that's Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now, I say controversial because a lot of Halloween movie fans out there don't like this movie, which is understandable. This movie had a couple of trailers, and I figured we take a look at a couple of them. Let's take a look at the one that first says official trailer 2007 because it's in better quality.
Tonight's brutal murders was described by police as Manson-like in its viciousness. 3 people brutally murdered and a 10-year-old boy being held in custody.
I like that. See?
You haven't said a word for 15 years.
This summer, Rob Zombie unleashes a unique vision of a legendary tale.
Bloody.
Listen, be careful tonight, son. A lot of nutcases come out on Halloween.
The Mask.
Is the boogeyman real? Why are you so obsessed with the boogeyman, Tommy? Halloween night, the boogeyman attacks kids who don't believe. Oh no, Tommy! The boogeyman's gonna get me!
See? The Mask.
I'm gonna cut that mask right off your face.
He's come
Tyler
back from
May.
his baby sister. To do what?
Okay, so that was the first trailer, and I got to admit that it did show some interesting ideas, and not seeing the movie beforehand, it kind of got you interested in wanting to see what this was all about, because we saw some familiar scenes, but then we also saw him as a kid, and that was the thing that was going on about this movie, is that you got to see him at a much younger age, and people didn't like it because it kind of peeled back the curtain, giving an explanation as to why he is the way that he is. It had some interesting ideas. This movie had 3 different issues. It had the theatrical release, the director's cut, and then it had a limited time kind of edit put together by editors that was just kind of like the raw cut. And that cut, I think it was what's called the saw cut or something like that. Anyway, it was a much better movie than the 2 pieces of film that we got, because they used different takes, and Michael Myers actually gets fully blown away at the end. And you don't get that in this version or in the theatrical, because they wanted to make it look more like the original and have him come back. But yeah, that raw cut, that original cut, was a whole lot better. And looking at the trailer, it was passable, guys. It was passable. Let's take a look at this other one that has a little bit of a different take on it.
Halloween. Inside every one of us exists a dark side. Most people rise above it, but some are consumed by it.
See, that stuff was
Michael?
good.
Until there is nothing left but pure evil.
Behind these eyes, one finds only darkness. These are the eyes of a psychopath.
This August, Rob Zombie unleashes an extreme vision of terror and reinvents a legend.
I don't know about that, guys.
Halloween.
Okay. Yeah, that final scare, I don't know if that really worked. Okay. So those are the two trailers for the Rob Zombie movie. And yeah, I was kind of disappointed how the movie turned out overall, but I did like Loomis. I did like Malcolm McDowell as Loomis. I just didn't like some of the choices with the character when he finally became the adult version, because it just kind of like, he's a kid for a lot of it, which was sort of okay, but then it just changes like that, and he's grown up, and you don't know how he's gotten so strong. People have torn this movie to pieces, trying to say that, yeah, why did he get so strong, and what's this? And it took away from some of the mysticism of the character of Michael Myers, which I hear that the new movie kind of brings back that, and that kind of like unstoppable force machine, which is good, and it's a lot better looking than what we got from Rob Zombie. All right, so that's my reaction to the two Halloween trailers for the Rob Zombie version of Halloween. It doesn't really get me, well, actually it does kind of get me excited for the new version, because I'm glad that we can finally put this version to rest. All right, that's it. My name is James, and you're watching Mirror Domains. If you've liked what you've seen, please hit that subscribe button right there. And, yeah. And subscribe! And subscribe right there.